Days in Grandpa's House with Troublemaker Nove by Yona Park. This was when Nove was 6 years old. One day, Nove was preparing to go to Grandpa's house. It was the first time that he was going to his grandpa's house. Suddenly, his mom said that he has to pack his stuff on his own from now on. So he packed toys and stuff. Then his dad gave $10 and said, "Go to the market and buy a fruit that Grandpa must like." Nove bought a watermelon. When he came back home, his mom and dad were ready to go. So all together they went on a train. They stopped in Texas, which is a state in the U.S. They took a bus to go to his grandpa's house. Nove was very happy. He could see the house, his grandpa's house. It was huge with a large field with fruits and vegetables. Nove was very amazed. The bus stopped in front of the field fence. Nove ran, "Grandpa!" Grandpa heard and opened the door. His face was full of happiness. They hugged and the family went into the house. The house was clean. Everything was white. "You must be tired coming here," Grandpa said. "Yeah, we absolutely were," Mom said. Nove didn't want to sleep. He wanted to play with his grandpa, but Grandpa laughed and said, "You can't play with me before sleeping, because you will be sleeping while we play." Grandpa put him in the bed. Nove couldn't sleep and he didn't want to. Quietly, he escaped from his bed. He went downstairs and looked around. There was a beautiful cup shining. He softly touched it. Looked good. Then he remembered Grandpa said, "Don't touch this cup. It's really expensive and precious." But suddenly, the cup fell on the ground. His face was full of scariness. Grandpa ran down the stairs and shouted, "Nove, are you okay?" Nove cried, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Grandpa saw the cup on the ground and he cried, "Oh, Jesus, Nove." His face was a bit angry. Then he smiled. "That's okay, Nove. It's good that you're safe." Grandpa hugged Nove and took him to his bed. Then Nove asked Dad, "Dad, what was the shining cup?" And Dad said, "That is the cup that Grandpa's grandpa has made since 1689. Nove was amazed and he was more sorry to his grandpa. But Grandpa was smiling, so he went to bed happily. Next morning, Nove was in the fruits and vegetables field with Grandpa. Nove helped get potatoes and lettuce for breakfast. On the plate, there was mashed potatoes and lettuce. Nove proudly told his parents, "I got these vegetables." After eating them, Grandpa cut watermelon that Nove bought yesterday. They had a happy time. After eating breakfast, Nove went to the field with Grandpa again. Grandpa wanted Nove to throw the tomato seeds on the empty field. He threw it high and the seed accidentally went into Grandpa's eyes. Grandpa couldn't take it out. The tears came out of his eyes. Nove was terribly sorry. He couldn't do anything. His parents came out and said to Nove to not lower his hand before Grandpa was okay. 2 days later, Nove went to Grandpa's bed and looked to see if his eyes were okay. He could see a sprout in Grandpa's eyes, and Nove ran to his parents' bed and told them. 10 days later, there were little tomatoes on the tomato tree that are in Grandpa's eyes. The tomatoes grow well. They eat tomatoes every day, everywhere. Thanks to Nove. The End by Yona Park.